You've got big dreams. The kind that light you up inside when no one's watching. You know, deep down, that you're meant for something more. More than just scrolling. More than just surviving. More than this. But still, the days pass. You wake up with hope and go to sleep with guilt because nothing really changes. No action, no results, just this nagging feeling in your chest, like time is slipping through your fingers, and you're wasting something sacred. You're not lazy. You're not broken. You're not a failure. You're just stuck. And no one taught you how to get unstuck. So let's talk. Let's talk about why you haven't started. Why every idea feels overwhelming. Why motivation never seems to last. And why your own potential feels more like pressure than power. But more importantly, let's talk about how to break the cycle, how to take the first real step, and how to finally move, even when it's messy, even when it's hard. Because the life you want, it doesn't come from waiting. It comes from doing. Let's begin. Here's the truth nobody tells you. The kind of truth that doesn't come in motivational quotes or Instagram captions. It's not because you're lazy. You spend hours thinking about your goals. You imagine what life could be. That's not laziness. It's not because you're not smart enough either. You've learned things on your own. You've figured out problems. You've grown. And it's definitely not because you don't want it badly. You do. You feel it in your chest. Every time you scroll past someone doing what you wish you had the courage to do. So why haven't you started? Because starting makes it real. And once it's real, there's a chance it could go wrong. You could mess up. You could get rejected. You could discover you're not as good as you hoped. That dream in your head, that version of your future, it's perfect in there. Untouched. Imagined. Safe. But reality? Reality is uncomfortable. It's awkward. It's uncertain. You might suck in the beginning. You might feel small, exposed, not good enough. So your brain steps in like a protective parent. It tells you to wait, to plan a little more, to watch one more video, read one more book. And suddenly you built this illusion of being productive without ever taking the first real step. But deep down, you already know this. Not starting is also failing. Just slower, just quieter. And honestly, it hurts more. Because you're not just failing at something, you're failing yourself. But the good news? You can change that starting now. Most people are waiting for a spark, waiting for the perfect idea, waiting for motivation to knock on their door and drag them into action. They think they need to feel ready first, that they'll wake up one morning filled with unstoppable energy and clarity. But let's be honest, how often has that actually happened? Here's the uncomfortable truth no one really teaches us. Motivation doesn't come first. Action does. That tiny shift in thinking can change your life. Mark Manson calls it the do something principle. It's simple but powerful. You don't wait until you feel motivated. You do something, anything, and that creates motivation. It flips the script. Action, motivation, more action, not the other way around. And the best part? That first action doesn't have to be big. In fact, it probably shouldn't be. Want to write a book? Don't start with a chapter outline or a perfect sentence. Just open a page and write one bad, clumsy, unfiltered sentence. A sentence you'll probably hate tomorrow. Want to start a YouTube channel? Forget the lighting, the camera, the script. Just record your voice on your phone. Talk to yourself. Say something, anything. You can cringe later. But now, you've done something. And that something is powerful because it gets you out of your head and into motion. That's how it starts. Not with fireworks or clarity or confidence, but with something small, something ugly, something real. And once you're moving, even a little, momentum kicks in. You're no longer stuck. You're building, one messy step at a time. Here's another lie that keeps so many of us stuck. The belief that you need to have it all figured out before you begin. That you need the perfect plan, the perfect timing, the perfect version of yourself. But here's the truth. You will never know everything before you start. You'll never feel fully ready. And guess what? That's normal. Life doesn't hand you a step-by-step blueprint. There's no neatly drawn-out map for your dreams. There's only this moment and your next best move. Think of your journey like walking through a foggy road at night. You can't see miles ahead. You can't see the final destination, but you can see the few steps right in front of you. And when you take those steps, the path ahead starts to reveal itself, step by uncertain step. That's how real progress happens. Not in giant leaps with guaranteed outcomes, but in tiny, courageous movements made without clarity. The people you look up to, the creators, the entrepreneurs, the writers, the leaders, they didn't wait until they were fearless or flawless. They didn't wait to know it all. They just started, messy, scared, uncertain, but in motion. And as they moved, they figured things out. They learned, they adjusted, and over time, clarity came, not before the journey, but because of it. So stop waiting to feel ready. You don't need a perfect plan. You just need to trust that the next step is enough. Take it, then take the next. That's how you get there. So here's your challenge today. And it's not what you think. Don't try to change your whole life overnight. Don't sit down and write out a massive transformation plan. Don't promise yourself you'll wake up at 5 a.m., journal for 30 minutes, run 10K, meditate, eat clean, and build an empire by Friday. No, that's the trap. Here's what I want you to do instead. Take one tiny, messy, half-baked action. Something that feels almost too small to matter. Something that doesn't require confidence or clarity. Just movement. Write one rough sentence. Make one awkward phone call. Record one cringe voice note on your phone. Google one thing you've been putting off. Just do something. Anything. And tomorrow, do one more thing. Build slowly. Build imperfectly. Let your dream get messy. Let yourself suck at it. Because action is the only way out of that stuck feeling. Not thinking, not planning, not waiting for stars to align. Your future is waiting. But it's not waiting for the perfect version of you. It's waiting for the version of you who dares to show up. Unprepared, unsure, unfinished, but in motion. So show up. Take the step. Then take the next. Because real change doesn't come from massive effort. It comes from quiet, consistent courage. And that courage, it begins with this moment. If this hit home, share it with someone who's stuck too. And hey, go do something. Anything. Right now.